dancing started it. That was a clip from a movie coming up called The Mambo Kings. Sing Songs of Love?
Play Songs of Love.
Play Songs of Love. And Latin legend Tito Puente is appearing in that film. What was it like to make a movie this time in your life and suddenly it's the hottest movie?
It's the first time for me, of course, and it's good for our music because it goes around the whole world, and a lot of people give us more recognition for our music.
Absolutely, as if he needs more. This guy does not need more recognition. He has been the king of Latin music for years and years. And he has just completed, Tito Puente, his 100th album. I may not know a lot about music, but 100 albums, it's called 100, right? Número 100?
El número 100.
El número 100, 100, and it's on RMM Records, so a little bit of applause for that. I want to tell you that mambo is happening in all the clubs now in the large cities, and Eddie Torres says there's a mambo school where you go and take the lessons. We forgot to mention that Eddie and the dancers have a school, and those people showed up at the school. You met Tito Rodriguez Jr. at the top of our show today. Tito's father was one of the men who started the mambo movement. And I'd like Mr. Puente to tell me a little bit about Tito's father.
Tito Rodriguez and Machito and myself, we were at the Palladium Ballroom for about 14 years. And we had no ethnic groups in them days. Everybody used to come up there to listen to our music being played and to watch the dancers. And to be playing with Tito Rodriguez at the time and Machito was a beautiful challenge for all the bands because we always kept the music to the top level.
Let's take a look at your dad in action. I was at that concert. Oh, brother. Tito, I think your father would be very proud to see you playing with his old friend, Tito Puente. And I think it's important that you say something. I mean, we've been trying to put this show together for a long time. Are any of those musicians still around that Dad had in Puerto Rico?
Sure. As a matter of fact, one of the musicians, Ray Santos, is I believe he scored music for the Mambo Kings, and he's still around. He's in New York.
Oh, that's great. All right, now you're going to hear the two Titos play to break. Please do us the honor, and I'll just get out of here. Thank you, guys. Tito Sr. at that concert that we were out in Puerto Rico, what were you saying that was like?
You know, to Americans, it would be equivalent to saying Glenn Miller Jr. playing right next to Benny Goodman Sr. I mean, that's what it means to us. And I noticed, and it was so sweet, that Tito just sort of, Puente went, cuchi, 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 and he let Tito Rodriguez Jr. go, wang, gong, gang, 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 gong, 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 right? It was wonderful.
That was so noble, you know? It really was. It was just lovely. A gentleman. We have been saying that people of all ages can do the mambo. We went in search of the youngest and the oldest couples that we could find that would do the mambo.
You won't believe this.
So let me introduce Nadia and Darnell. Nadia is Mambo 7. Darnell is Mambo 8. Let's welcome also Walter and Lillian. They are our senior citizen mambo company. You guys look absolutely great. All right. Show us your stuff. I've decided you gotta learn how, you gotta know how to handle feathers. You know that? There are women who can do it and women who can't. I gotta take how to handle feathers lessons. You have some mean moves, Guy.
Oh, thank you, Sally.
Can I ask, I know this isn't polite, but can I ask your age?
Wow, I'm 76.
All right. And how long have you been doing the mambo?
Quite a few years.
You're really wonderful. What does it do for us in terms of keeping fit?
Dancing.
Yes.
And meeting nice people. And eating good.
And it's healthy, isn't it? Just like Rita did in her exercise. Now, hello. You look very frightened. Is somebody, can I ask you to come forward? Come on. Somebody frightening you? You're not afraid of me, are you?
No.
I like your sleeves. Do you know how to say babaloo?
Babaloo.
There you go. Right. You are very attractive. I like your dress. Very sexy. Now, Nadia is Eddie Torres' daughter. Eddie, would you like to dance the mambo with your daughter and take us to a break, if that's all right? Little mambo dancing here. Say anything, but this beautiful woman is beautiful Daisy's beautiful mother. Okay?
Thank you.
Little applause. Yes, sir.
Rita, I think you're great, and you're obviously an inspiration to the Latino community. I'd like to ask, who inspired you? Who gave you that that you have?
You know, that's a good question, because in my time there were just so few role models in the American-speaking world. I was my own inspiration. What I didn't realize at the time is that I was too young to understand, but I wanted to be Lana Turner so badly. Little did I know. But you know, it's nice to see that there are Latinos now who are great role models. Ruben Blades, Raul Julia, people like that. I just sort of had a struggle on my own. There wasn't a great deal of help then.
And Anthony Quinn.
Oh, Mr. Sexy.
Mr. Mexican. He's Mexicano.
Yeah.
Small town. Just won the Desi Award over the weekend, as a matter of fact. Go ahead.
That's right. I have a question for Eddie Torres. One is, what do you think about the new, resurgent of the mambo? And what do you think about the resurgent of mambo now?
Oh, okay.
And where is one of the best places to dance it here in New York City?
Oh, you're going to make him name a club. He can't do that.
Well,
It's all right. Yeah, an area.
Well, what do you think of the resurgence of mambo?
Well, I'm totally thrilled with it, because for many years, Tito Puente and I were always speaking about how endangered this part of the culture was, that, it was kind of being, left behind, and a lot of these younger dancers were not getting into the Latin dance. So we are thrilled, right, Tito, about seeing this dance come back, and I hope that we maintain it.
This is for Daisy. I wanted to find out who are the new artists from Latin, the crossing over from Latin market into the MTV and.
There are lots of artists actually crossing over from their own countries. Let's say, for example, from Mexico that are becoming more internationally known, or Santo Domingo, for example. Juan Luis Guerra y 440. He plays more of a bachata, and he keeps his original sound from his native land, and he's made it known international. And there are many artists like that are coming into the scene now, thank God, because I think it's very important for the second generation Hispanics to get a feel for what's happening. I mean, we've lost this. You don't see a lot of it, so these second generation kids,
they go and say,
the
what
Latinos,
is that?
Yeah, they see it and they don't really know about it.
Of generation, Stacy, can I get you to stand up? Sure. You had a real interest in today's show. Why?
Because Eddie Torres is my son.
Now, where did Eddie learn to dance?
Eddie, I danced when I was carrying Eddie. I danced at the beat of Tito Puente.
You listened to the radio and you were dancing around your house?
Because in those days, I couldn't go to the Palladium, which is when he was rocking the house in there, okay? So I had a small radio in a furnished room, Sally, that we used to stay in furnished room as we began to immigrate here. And in that little furnished room, Maestro Puente used to come through. And that's as far as I could get to that man.
But when you were in Cinta, yeah, now will you dance with your mother? Will you? Go ahead, Mom, go ahead. Come on. You are fabulous. I'm sorry, I think she's terrific, but you know that in the womb stuff really works. Rita, question. In the womb, when you had this in the womb, were you doing it? Were you singing and dancing?
I did it all. So did she. She didn't. She'd be in there waking my husband up at night going, conque, 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 conque.
Now,
it's true. She used to wake him up because we used to sleep spoons when I got real fat, you know, with her. And she'd wake him up. She'd beat tattoos on my stomach.
Now, you've been with Mommy. Did you do a play with Mother, one or two?
Yeah, we've performed together several times. This summer we did Glass Menagerie, and last summer we did Steel Magnolias as mother and daughter. It's wonderful.
And even some Shakespeare?
Yes, we've done Taming of the Shrew. That was a real challenge, and we did very well, I think, considering we're two Puerto Rican Jews.